All right, so you live in Leesburg, you've got a dog, and you're thinking, it's time to find a trainer. It can feel like a really big decision, right? Well, that's exactly why we put this guide together, to help you sort through it all and feel totally confident in your choice.
I mean, think about it. Life with a dog in Leesburg is just full of possibilities. You could be strolling through the historic district, or maybe hitting the W&OD trail for a nice long walk. The thing is, a well-trained dog gets to come along for all of that fun. So let's talk about how to get your dog ready to be that happy, polite sidekick for all those adventures.
Okay, first things first. When you're looking for a trainer, how can you tell who's the real deal? We're going to start with two of the biggest things to look for. What they believe about training, that's their philosophy, and, their actual qualifications. You're going to hear this term a lot, positive reinforcement. And really, it's what most modern science-backed trainers use today. Instead of correcting bad behavior, it's all about rewarding the good stuff. Think of it like this. You're building a partnership with your dog, creating a teammate who actually wants to listen to you. And that kind of willing attitude, that's what makes for solid, reliable behavior that sticks around for the long haul.
Okay, I know this looks like a bowl of alphabet soup, but these letters after a trainer's name are actually a huge deal. They tell you that this person has put in the work. They've studied, passed some pretty tough exams, and they're serious about keeping up with the latest, most humane training methods. For instance, if you see KPA CTP, that means they're a Karen Pryor Academy certified training partner. That's a big name in the clicker training world. So if that's something you're into, seeing those letters is a really, really good sign.
All right, so now that you know what makes a pro, let's get into the practical side of things. We'll look at the different ways you can actually do the training and, of course, what it's likely to cost here in and around Leesburg.
So you've got a couple of main options here. And really, there's no single best one. It just depends on what you and your dog need. Group classes, they're awesome for getting your puppy used to other dogs and people, and you get to practice with real-world distractions. But let's say your dog's main issue is going bonkers whenever the doorbell rings. Well, for something that specific, a private, one-on-one session at your home is probably going to be way more effective.
And that brings us to the big question. What's the budget look like? Here's a general breakdown of what you can expect to see for different training services around Leesburg. As you can see, a group puppy class is going to be on the lower end, while something like a board and train program, which is way more intensive, is a much bigger investment. This should give you a good ballpark idea to help match up your training needs with what you're looking to spend.
Okay, this section is huge. Once you've found a trainer you think you might like, you've got to interview them. Knowing what to ask is everything. This is how you make sure they're the right fit for you and your dog before you commit.
If you only ask one question, make it this one. Seriously, asking about their philosophy gets right to the heart of how they work. Their answer tells you if they're going to be a partner in building your dog's confidence or if they use methods that might cause fear or anxiety. You want to hear them talk about positive reinforcement, about making training fun and keeping stress low for your dog. That's the goal.
And here are a few more essentials for your list. You'll want to ask about their certifications. We just talked about why those are so important. Asking if they'll create a custom plan shows you they're not just using a cookie-cutter approach. And I love this one. What homework will you provide? Because training doesn't just happen in the session. It happens every day with you. Also, don't forget the practical stuff, like getting their full rates up front, including any travel fees.
Okay, let's bring it all home to Leesburg, because great training isn't just about what happens in your house. It's about being a great dog owner out in our community. So we need to know the local rules of the road and, of course, the best spots to practice all those new skills. These are the big three for Loudoun County, and they're not just polite suggestions, they're actual rules. Your dog has to be on a leash anytime you're off your own property. They need to have their rabies tag on their collar, and yet that excessive barking can actually be a noise violation. Following these simple rules just makes life better and safer for everyone in the neighborhood. And now for the really fun part, where to go practice. Think of these spots as your dog's outdoor classrooms. The W&OD trail is perfect for mastering that loose leash walk with bikes and other people around. Idle Park has all sorts of activity, which is great for practicing calm focus. And a place like Red Rock offers all those natural sights and smells, a perfect challenge for your dog's stay and come commands.
At the end of the day, all this work you put into training, it's really about opening up your world. It's what makes the difference between leaving your dog at home and bringing them with you to hang out on a patio downtown. It's about having those stress-free walks and just building an amazing relationship with your best friend. So get out there, enjoy every single adventure Leesburg has to offer you both.